All right, attempt 4 of recording this. I sometimes dislike how I make my videos, like when it comes down to these, because I turn my recorder on and I ramble, I address so many points, but then the video is 30 minutes long, and I don't know if people have time for that. This is a video I want everyone to watch because I want Deadman mode to be popular. I am all for Deadman mode being popular. So I'm going to address the video quickly by saying if you died in Deadman mode and you lost all your stats or your items or such, and you fell behind and you couldn't catch up and clans were just messing you up, this video is great. Because this is an attempt to patch all of the problems of Deadman to make it a very player-friendly game mode, while at the same time being a very intense game mode, but not as costly on death as it used to be, sort of thing. So the reason I wasn't uploading videos as much as I said I was going to is because I sort of got out of the stage of doing multiple things in a day and got to the stage where my day consisted of me training for 10 hours straight. Didn't really want to make a video on that. I could have just made a progress video, but I just didn't. I mean, I've set the bar pretty high on my YouTube channel, which really sucks for me. The only way I can sort of bring it back down, obviously, is by uploading videos I don't really think are that good to see the responses. And it's a scary thing to do that, because that's when you get people in your comment section being like, hey, bro, your videos used to be good, but now they suck and stuff. And I'm just there like, why would you want sub, bro? But I will gonna go. As always, I say this every time, broken record. Yeah, I get it, mate. I'm ginger. Never trusted ginger. So yeah. Anyways, Deadman mode seasonal changes. Let's do it, man. So I'm just going to jump straight into this first one, which is the current season. The current season is very, very dead. There isn't many players playing at all. We have basically 100 players in every single world. This being the most busy world, normally is way more busy than this. This world obviously being very, very dead right now. But again, obviously the skew of players in the world, there's only like a 30 difference there, so it's not the biggest change. But the worlds are actually very dead. All the changes to the current season also carry on to the next season. I really hope they add some things to the game where if you start the season now, you can play the season fairly toe-to-toe to people that have played it season 1. Sorry, from the start. You may think that's unfair, but realistically, there's nobody playing the game right now. So we need more players. I don't think anyone super far ahead would be upset in any way about players catching them up within a week of playtime unfairly because there's more people to kill. Simple as that. I'd love to see that, and I really hope it gets put into the game. So first of all, changes lost on death. I'm going to talk about it first, then I'll talk about what they're doing. Changes lost on death. You die and lose 25% of your skills. You can protect 2. You can protect 3 non-combats. I think this is the biggest reason people quit. No, I think this is the second biggest reason. I think the biggest reason people quit is when they die and they check their stats. They're like, oh, well, let's go check the bank. They check the bank and they don't have teleports to certain areas and they can't be bothered walking. They have no food. And then maybe they do continue from there, but then they die again. That, I think, is the biggest reason people quit. Experience lost on death, though, I think is a great one. Because right now, it really does, like, the bar set for the people that play 12 hours a day against the people that can't really play more than 5 hours a day. It's impossible to play Deadman mode. And that's a big loss of the player base that can't really commit the time, which I want as many people playing this as possible. The more people that play, the more people I can kill. And that's what I like to see. So, obviously, changing the experience lost on death. Right now, if you're level 3 and died to a 126, you take the same punishment that a 126 would take if they died to a level 3. Very bad example, but you get the point. A level 70 killing a level 100 would take the same penalty as a level 100 dying to a level 70, or level 70 dying to a level 100, whichever way around I said that. I think that's very broken, because obviously once you're 126 combat, you're never really going to die. Everyone else is going to die. So you sort of are unkillable at that stage. I think it's kind of broken. Again, obviously, that doesn't make a difference, but if you kill level 80s at level 126, perfect example. If you're 5 million experience, which we'll call that, I don't know, 89, we'll call it level 90, you would lose 750k experience if you're schooled, or 375k if you're unschooled. With 5x experience rates and you're level 90 in the skill, that's probably less than an hour of time you've lost. As a schooled player, you lose 750k. Again, I don't really know how that would work hours-wise, but if you're 5 million experience in a skill, 750k is obviously no time at all because of how fast you're going to be able to train that skill. So I feel that's only like an hour or so of progress lost on death, but that is per skill, obviously. So you can still lose multiple hours, but by the time you're level 90, if you die and drop to level 89 or level 88, it's not the biggest loss. So I think that's a really, really good update. I'm really looking forward to this one. I really think that will increase the player base. If you ever quit Deadman mode because you just constantly kept losing your experience to very high levels, this is a great update for you. Obviously, if you die to people around your level, if you are level 90 in your melee skills, you're going to be a high combat level. And again, if you're, let's say, 118 and you attack level 106 max tank and die, you're going to lose a lot, so rip. But that's good. It resets the players who are super far ahead, so I really like that aspect. That's awesome. Changes lost on death. In my opinion, the biggest reason people quit the game mode. We will be reducing the number of items from your bank lost on death from 28 down to 10. I really like that. If you die, the top 10 items are probably definitely your most expensive, but once you start losing your lore rune stack and your dueling ring teleports and all that, and you have no transportation, you've lost your sharks and your food, it makes the game mode very hard to play. So I really like that aspect. Don't know if they'll add a formula to that as well, but I like the aspect of the fact that you lose 18 less items. That gives you a better chance to play the game. Obviously, you do still lose the 10 most expensive, so there's still the fear and the danger of Deadman mode being a very intense game mode. 6-hour immunity and increased experience game. Same 6-hour immunity. I didn't even know this was existed. I stopped playing before that got added to the game. But we'll be giving brand new players a 10x experience multiplayer for the duration of their immunity. I don't know when this adds to the game. It comes to seasonal demo. So if I look at this, 10x experience for 6 hours of immunity. I don't think it's mathematically correct to say it's 12 hours of 5x. But let's just call it 12 hours of 5x. That doesn't put you anywhere near where players are right now. No way near. So it's difficult. Now, again, obviously, like I said, I don't think it's correct to say that. But still, that's going to put you nowhere near. It does give you the stats to defend yourself, but it really doesn't allow you to progress past the defend yourself stage. And eventually you will die, and that's it. You'll just quit. It's basically like a temporary solution to bring the player base back up. And then, unfortunately, people will die. So I think that's a bit weak, but I do like the 6 hours immunity. And such. But that immunity might be spent better questing to get Ice Barrage or something, so we'll see. I don't know what just happened, but I'm hoping it's going to fix. Thank you very much, game. Teleporting when unscalded. I agree and disagree with this one. I agree in the aspect that you deserve to be able to... I disagree because it makes you have to... If you're a solo player, you have to PK with teleblock to kill someone. The only problem with this is if someone has Protect from Magic and you entangle them, the freeze only lasts 7 seconds or 8 seconds, whereas Ice Barrage lasts 20 flat out, which is 3 times as long. It's a ridiculous difference. It's ridiculous. And as far as I'm aware, it is impossible to PK unless you have Ice Barrage with this stage. Impossible to PK. Sorry, with a teammate who teleblocks your opponent and then you Ice Barrage them down. You just could not PK alone with teleblock and entangle. It just really wouldn't work. And that being said, this is addressed to teleblock. What if you want to PK with less than teleblock? It's physically impossible to kill someone. You basically are unkillable unless somebody gets on you who has teleblock or has a teammate with Ice Barrage. Clanman mode. Big problem. Don't like this idea at all. To adapt on the idea, I like the idea that if you're not in combat, you can teleport instantly. But then if you are in combat, you receive the 10-second penalty while in combat, which is interrupted by combat. Because therefore you have to pay attention all the time. You're training. You can actually escape. If you can entangle someone and protect from range or melee, you can escape. If you Ice Blitz or Ice Barrage, you can escape. The person attacking you knows that and has to play smart. This means obviously when you go training, you have to bring the escape routes with you, which maybe freezes, tangles, snares, or just play smart and escape through other things. That's basically how I see that. I think it's really broken, but I like the idea of it only being if you're not in combat. If you are in combat, you can teleport. Other than that, that's very broken. Because obviously that addresses the highest levels of the game. And yeah, if you're level 50 and get teleblocked by a level 80 and killed by a level 90, what's the point, man? It's just a pain, really. Unnoted items in a bank. Again, I massively agree this needs to be nerfed, but right now I feel it's the only chance of solo players or individuals surviving clans. So right now I think they should keep it and potentially bring another fix. The unnoting of 1 item at a time, it really doesn't fix things. If you're winning in a clan fight 1v20, you'll just get PJ'd, and then that guy can just go into the bank and withdraw everything, while you have to withdraw 1 at a time. It's very unfair, but definitely does need to be fixed. So I like how they're asking for feedback on that one. I really don't know how to fix that, but it definitely does need to be removed, but they need to bring something into the game that allows someone who is being attacked by 10 people at once the ability to sort of escape, which might be this teleport thing, actually, now that I think about it. So, yeah, unnote 1 at a time for 5 minutes and then tele out. Next season, they're bringing a Grand Exchange. Beautiful. I really like this one. I don't think I need to speak more about that one. Allows you to sell your items quicker, allows you to move on. Again, as a streamer and YouTuber, I can sell my items very easily. In Season 1, I sold my items for like 10%, 20% off. I allowed my viewers to progress faster by merching the items at the expense, obviously, of their time against me trying to sell it for full price and losing time. Again, it's quite biased to say as the advantage, but with the Grand Exchange, I don't need to do that anymore. Everyone has the same advantage selling and buying items. Love the idea. Brilliant. Experience rates depending on level. I like this again. It means if you're lower level, you can catch up faster. I sort of had this idea where between level 1 and 60, you get 10x experience. 60 to 85, you get 5x. And then past 85, you get 1x or 2x because it makes it very difficult to train to the highest stats possible. And like a lot of people do want to get Ice Barrage. 85 to 94 magic on a 1x experience rate is like 20 hours. That's 20 hours this individual player is not PKing. And that's 20 hours of training you can get in the area where this guy won't be killing you. It doesn't obviously affect everybody else, but it means you have to actually put in a lot of effort to get the highest stats in the game. And I do like that. As for the invitationals, I'm not going to address this in the video right now because I sort of just wanted to address the actual Deadman mode changes right there. So, as a TLDR to the video, I like the fact that I changed the experience lost on death. Personally, I don't mind dying and losing a lot of time, but it does suck. But I like the fact they bring it down a bit because then if you do die to insanely high level, it's not as critical and you can just get back on with the game mode. Items lost on death, I feel maybe a formula should be added to this, but I do like the aspect of less critical deaths for some players to be able to catch up. 6 hours of immunity and experience gain. I think it's quite weak for this season. I don't think that's going to bring many players at all. It'll bring some, but I feel they'll be quitting very quick after the immunity runs off and they die and lose the experience they've got. Teleporting when unscalded. I went a bit in detail with this one, but I think it's very... I don't know, man. I really don't know that one. I just think it's impossible to kill unscalded players. Really impossible to kill unscalded players. And again, if I'm scalded and you're not scalded, you can attack me for free, and then you can teleport at any point, whereas I can't teleport, and I can't enter the bank, and it makes skulls even more severe. And again, you may think that's good, because it stops PK as getting super far ahead. Again, nothing here changes the fact that clans can skull, and then hide in safety of numbers. If you tele into an area and there's 20 people skulled, you're not going to fight any of them. You're not going to invest in that, and they can just get their skull done with and probably kill you as well and take your items, and it allows them to snowball even further ahead. So that's something I think needs to be fixed, is the ability that clans or friends can skull and do whatever risks they want, and realistically they're risking nothing because they have backup, they can get PJ'd off, they can never die. And basically they can end the game with 200 kills, 0 deaths, the highest stats possible, and that's it. Nothing we can do about it. Yeah. Grad exchange, beautiful. Really, really like that one. And experience rates depending on the level, I really like that as well. So that's basically the video. I don't know what you guys think. Feel free to fire all the feedback possible. I don't think this is perfect changes to the game mode, but it's a very, very good start. And obviously, when this is implemented, again, we can find more failures. If all of these fail, we can obviously tweak. Well, it could be tweaked to be even more in favor of other people and such, but I think this is a very, very good start to changing Deadman mode. So I'll log into my Deadman account quickly on the side just to provide you some Deadman mode content, I guess, there with the keyboard here. The screen region's slightly broken, so ignore that, I guess, but you are missing off the side. But yeah, I recently died on Deadman mode. These are my stats, so they're not that bad. My death only cost me about 6 hours of time, training-wise, so it wasn't the worst in the world. But I mean, this is why I quit, because these are some people in the game against what I am. I'm 85 combat with these stats against people with these stats. And gear, I'm at a massive gear deficit because I died and lost my bank. I've got no stuff. All that stuff, man. It's all over the place. My bank deposit box is pretty decent, though. I really hate that. So, Jaggets, if there's one thing you fix the Deadman, please fix that walking. It really annoys me. I have an iron stop and a whip. I haven't really PK'd on this season. I made that through Hunter. I had to adapt to the fact that I was behind, and I had to make money somehow in the game. We're still playing RuneScape. There's ways to make money. So I chose Hunter as my method, and I got hold of these items, which is 94 magic banks. If you want to look at these stats, picture 94 magic as well there. They're the stats that I've got in Deadman. Currently don't play the game mode because a lot of the people PKing have this gear, and if I die, I can't keep up with it, seriously. So hopefully some of these fixes will fix some of these aspects, but again, there's nothing you can do about people playing 18 hours. Luckily, they're my friend. But there's nothing you can do about people playing 18 hours a day and getting to this stage, whereas people like me, I played an average of 9.5 hours to 10 hours a day to get to these stats before I stopped playing, and again, it's nothing compared to that. And in Season 1, I was super far ahead because I killed everyone. It's great, though. I really like it because I think I'm probably one of the few players in Deadman mode that's experienced being super far ahead and has experienced super far behind. So I'm really good to be able to notice the errors. Like, as a straight up point, Season 1, I didn't think there was anything wrong with the game because I was so far ahead. Simple as that. Season 2, I've realized what's wrong with the game because I was so far behind. I've realized everything now, and that's why I love the fact that they're now addressing the game mode and such. This is my bank, by the way. I have 10 body runes to my name, so yeah, it's a bit of a struggle, but it was fun. I enjoyed playing behind. I really enjoyed it. I love being super far in Season 1. I've enjoyed being behind in Season 2, but the fact that it was impossible, or very, very impossible for me to actually catch up for PK content, yeah, it sort of put me off the game mode. Yeah, like when I say the game mode's dead, there's a level 5 here. This guy's level 88, mate. I could happily rinse that guy. But if I'm scalding someone like this gets on me, I'm dead. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I do apologize for the lack of videos, but Deadman mode, it was cruel, it was difficult, and it was very hard for me to actually make videos that were entertaining for you guys. The bar on my channel is very high. I need to really bring the bar down, make some sloppy videos, and then maybe Deadman mode Season 3 can bring it back up again. We'll have to see. But thank you for watching. Hopefully these well, feedback on these points would be great, but it's nice to see they're addressing the game to make it easier, but still not make it super easy where you lose the sense of achievement in Deadman mode. So, yeah. Anyways, I will see you all later, guys. Thank you for hanging out, and have a good one, and good luck in Season 3 if you play. Good luck in Season 2 if they make it viable to play. See you later.